Steve, let's stay with you and turn to the offense and C.J. Stroud. So he throws for 484, then he goes to 185. Obviously, that was a combination of a hot Travion Henderson, but more so than that, Tulsa going with a defensive concept that was going to take away the pass, especially the deep pass. And so C.J. Stroud is pretty pedestrian on Saturday, throws one fairly bad interception in which maybe that's not the guy to be going to when you're trying to throw into a crowd, going to the tight end, Jeremy Ruckert. But just in terms of Stroud's performance, progression, the other thing that came to mind for me was if this Tulsa game had gone more according to script, was Ryan Day contemplating playing other quarterbacks? Not that it's a quarterback battle, but to see some other quarterbacks. And also Stroud's health. You know, it's pretty obvious that he's battling some shoulder discomfort to some extent.
Steve,
you want to go quarterback first here?
I can. The audio cut out for just a second.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he played particularly well. I think he got off to a third slow start in a row, and I think that's what's got everybody kind of confounded with what's going on with him, is that he doesn't come out on the first couple of drives and move them down the field. I mean, they might get a first down or two, but eventually they've had to punt the ball away. And I think people would like to see Ohio State start faster, score on that first possession, set the tone of the game against the lesser opponent. And they haven't done that in any of the games yet. I want to see consistency out of him, which, you know, been great at times and has made some bad throws at times. The lack of accuracy, I think, has been troubling as well. When you look at what he's done, I mean, there have been passes that have been high and wide and incomplete, and he's just got to do better, I mean, in my opinion. And he was victimized by a drop. I think in the Oregon game, Olave, didn't get his hands on a deep ball that would have changed the game. And in this game, he had a straight drop that would have converted a first down and maybe, changed things a little bit in this game as well. So the guys around him need to play a little bit better as well. So I think it's a combination of things. I don't think that Ryan Day wanted to undermine Stroud by pulling him out. I think he thought Stroud needed the work. I think if he had put somebody else in there, he would have thought maybe it would undermine Stroud a little bit. Plus, it was a 27-20 game in the fourth quarter. That's not exactly the time that you put Kyle McCord in the game and say, okay, here's your first real taste of playing time. Stroud has stunk it up today. We need somebody to, put this game away or help us lock this game away. Go to it. I don't think that's the time that you put a guy in the game for his first taste of playing time either. So it's been a complicated issue. Hopefully Stroud and the offense will play great in the first half this week. It's what you think Ryan Day is hoping. Get up 30-0, whatever it might be, and get some of those other guys in the game and let them show what they can do as well.
Yeah, I have some numbers in front of me of Stroud by quarter, and his slowest quarter is the first quarter. He's 13-22, which is 59.1%. But if you look at the whole first half, he's thrown one touchdown and two picks over the first half of the three games. But strangely enough, in terms of completion percentage, the second quarter is his strongest quarter, 19-28. But if you look at the second half of games, he's got 7 touchdowns against one pick, somewhere in the range of about 62% there. So he certainly heats up more in the second half than he has in the first half. But I really circle and look at that first quarter, 13-22, 59.1% for 100 passing yards. 100. So averaging 33 1/3 yards passing per first quarter in these three games. So that's, that's problematic. And is that a result of, he has 9 incompletions, and I bet you of those 9, one of them might have been a drop. 6 of them were probably high balls, and like 2 of them were probably short hops. So is it a case of that Stroud isn't necessarily performing, or that maybe, that it's a case of where Ohio State is just really coming out conservative, and, there's just not a lot of opportunity there as well. So, I just don't know, but I certainly dug into these numbers in tail of the tape piece that I mentioned earlier. I hate kind of spoiling and scooping myself on my own piece that I write now, but there you go. There you got it.
Well, we did see him attack downfield early against Minnesota with the pass that went off Garrett Wilson's hands, but yeah, they seem to keep stuff short early on, and it's still not great. And is that because he's warming up a sore shoulder? Does it take that long for him to get warmed up? Does it get the shoulder warmed up also to calm down? And then finally in the second half, they can meet in the middle where things are, or I guess like that. And that's finally when he's playing at his best. And again, as Ryan Day said this week, you got to look at CJ Stroud as a true freshman. And these are his first 3 games. And to judge him based on how he's doing for a true freshman, he's doing really, really well. For any quarterback, he's doing pretty well. He's thrown 3 interceptions, 1 each game. You'd like to see that stopped, obviously. But I think there's a couple of problems for me. One is people have been spoiled by Dwayne Haskins and Justin Fields. We know that. I do think there's some just natural – it takes time to be consistent, but he does need to be more accurate than he has been. And as Ryan Day was asked on Tuesday, is that a product of – is the inaccuracy right now a product of his sore shoulder, or is it just a product of the inexperience and the need for more reps? And he said it's probably some of both. And so he's not just going to come out and be, the 70% completion percentage guy that we've become accustomed to. I think he will eventually get there, but not until his shoulder is healthy. And so I'm interested to see how much he plays this week. I don't think he goes beyond the first half. That way you got to get these other guys in there.